So I guess the main thing we have to recognize is that violence against women was already a pandemic. It was already a global pandemic where we've had, on average, up until recently, every 6 days a woman is killed by her male partner in Canada. And so what we have is a pandemic on top of a pandemic. And what that's meant is that COVID-19 has compounded the effects for women, which is to say that there's increased isolation, it's harder to access resources, and there's more precarity around being able to navigate. But what's really interesting is that women are leaving abusive relationships, even now under COVID-19. We have seen many women leave abusive relationships, and that's been quite interesting to know that in spite of this pandemic on a pandemic, women are fleeing violence and seeking safety. The changes in the numbers that we saw was very specific, that we decided at the beginning of March to scale up our crisis line to 24 hours and 7 days a week. And then progressively we saw increases in calls from 50% to 100% to 300%. And we've been somewhere in there since. And so for us, that's a considerable change. 24 hours has been profound as far as the numbers, but for us, we think that's a good thing. We want women to know that there is support services available, and so calling the crisis line is a very good thing, and so we're actually fine with the number of calls being this high, and we're prepared to answer calls. The provincial government hasn't resourced organizations like us at all. We have been on our own using our existing resources and seeking the support from the public. The federal government did provide support for sexual assault centers and for shelters, so organizations like ours fell through the cracks, so we haven't received any remedy from the federal government either. And so we've been reaching out to the private sector, to individual donors, and in order to help cover the costs, the expenses that are associated with having a 24-hour line, as well as counseling services and crisis support that has been compounded through COVID-19. For anybody that is concerned about somebody that could be in an abusive relationship or is unsafe, the easiest thing to do is to go to our website, bwss.org. Our homepage has been dedicated to resources and information, including how to text or call our crisis line.